I had known for weeks that something was wrong. It wasn't just the little changes, the distracted eyes, the late nights at the office, the strained tone in her voice when I asked how her day had gone. Those were symptoms. What I felt was deeper, a slow, creeping coldness settling between us like fog that refused to lift. Her name is Olivia. Smart, driven, magnetic, the kind of woman who could walk into a room and pull every orbit toward her. But lately that light, the one that once warmed me, felt dim, distant, meant for everyone except me. She had started coming home later than usual, sometimes with a glow she tried to hide, the kind that didn't belong to a long day at work. She'd brush off my questions with easy smiles, saying it was just meetings, late dinners with colleagues. I wanted to believe her. God knows I tried. But the knot in my gut only pulled tighter each time. Then came that night. She said she was having dinner with her boss, Marcus. She'd mentioned him before, always casually, like he barely existed. Just business, she said. Just wine and conversation. Nothing serious. I nodded. I pretended to believe her. But something in me clicked into place the moment the door closed behind her. It wasn't anger. It was clarity, the kind that comes not from relief, but from decision. I sat on the couch, staring at the glow of the hallway light, listening to the steady ticking of the clock. I didn't touch my phone, didn't distract myself. Tonight wasn't about snooping or proving anything. It was about reclaiming the parts of myself I had slowly surrendered to doubt and quiet heartbreak. When she finally came home, she was laughing softly, still wearing the dress she'd chosen for Marcus, her hair falling in soft waves over her shoulders. She smiled at me, bright, charming, flawless. But I didn't smile back. I didn't even stand. "You've been quiet all night," she said. "What's wrong?" "Nothing," I replied, my voice low, controlled. And in that moment, I understood something. Silence can cut deeper than confrontation. She sat beside me, trying to pull me into small talk, laughing at stories I didn't find amusing anymore. With every forced smile, every attempt to lighten the air, her unease grew. "You're acting strange," she said finally. "Are you mad? Did I do something?" I shook my head. "Not mad," I said softly, "just realizing things." She studied my face, searching for anger or hurt, anything she could respond to. But I had nothing left. All the frustration, all the confusion, all the exhaustion had settled into a single, sharp moment of clarity. She moved closer. "Talk to me. We're married. Whatever it is, we can handle it." I shook my head again, slow, final. "Some things don't need handling," I said. "They need leaving." Her eyes widened. "Leaving? What are you talking about?" I stood up, and for the first time in months, I felt steady. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't accusing. I wasn't begging. I was simply done. Not physically yet, but mentally, emotionally, and soon completely. I walked to the closet and pulled out a small duffel bag. Essentials only. Clothes, toothbrush, charger. No drama. No hesitation. "I don't understand," she whispered, panic rising in her voice. "Are you really leaving? Just like that?" I looked at her, truly looked, and I saw the woman I had loved slowly drifting away long before tonight, without a word, without acknowledgement. "I'm not leaving because I stopped loving you," I said quietly. "I'm leaving because you stopped seeing me, and it's too late to go back." Her breath caught. She opened her mouth to argue, to explain, but nothing came out. Regret flickered across her face, but it arrived too late to matter. I zipped the bag, set it down, and glanced around the apartment one last time. The home we built together suddenly felt small, suffocating, like it belonged to someone else. I placed my key on the counter and walked to the door. No shouting, no goodbye, just silence, the kind that fills every corner and says everything words can't. I didn't go far. I sat in my car 2 blocks away and watched the lights in our apartment. They stayed on for a long time. I imagined her walking through the rooms, calling my name, confusion turning into fear, fear into disbelief. By morning, the messages began. "Where are you? This isn't funny. Please come home. Please talk to me. I'm scared." I didn't answer. I had answered for years, in patience, in trust, in hope. She had spent all of it without care. 2 days later, I deactivated everything, changed my number, and moved the savings I had quietly set aside months earlier, a precaution I never realized I'd eventually need. I left the city. Weeks passed, then months. Olivia's messages, sent from random numbers, eventually faded into silence. I built a small life, a modest apartment, a quiet job at a local firm, a name people didn't know me by. For the first time in years, I could breathe without waiting for the next lie to hit me. Then, a year later, someone knocked on my door. The sound froze me. It was soft, hesitant, like someone unsure they deserved to be there. When I opened the door, she stood on the other side. Olivia. She looked different, tired, worn down, stripped of the effortless confidence she once carried. Her hair was shorter, her makeup faint, her eyes rimmed with exhaustion. "You really did it," she whispered. "You really left." I stepped aside. She entered slowly, her gaze sweeping across the bare walls, the simple furniture, the absence of her in every corner. "I thought you'd come back," she said. "I thought you were angry." But when the days turned into weeks, her voice cracked. "I realized you were gone for real. You didn't even say goodbye." "I didn't need to," I said. "You said enough for both of us. Every time you lied." Her lips trembled. She didn't deny it. Instead, she sank onto the couch. "Marcus fired me," she whispered. I said nothing. She let out a bitter, humorless laugh. "You were right about him. He didn't care. The dinners, the extra projects. It was all just him testing how far I'd go. And when I realized what I'd thrown away, it was too late." Silence settled between us, raw, heavy. "I came home that night, and everything was gone," she said. "Your clothes, your books, even your favorite coffee mug. It was like you never existed." I met her eyes. I was calm, steady. That's how I felt long before I left. Her tears returned. "I deserve that," she whispered. I thought there'd be time to fix it." "Time isn't the same as care," I said. "You had time. You just didn't use it." She nodded weakly. "I still see you everywhere," she murmured. "In my dreams. In every place we went. You erase yourself from my life, but I can't erase you from mine." I looked away. "You don't get to remember me like that. You get to remember the silence. The night you came home and realized what you'd lost." For a long moment, she said nothing. Then she stood, shoulders slumped. "I'm sorry," she whispered, "for everything." I didn't move. She walked to the door. Before leaving, she turned back, eyes full of regret words couldn't touch. "You're really not coming back, are you?" I shook my head once. "You already came home to an empty life once, Olivia," I said. "You don't get to do it twice." She closed the door gently. No slam, no plea, just a quiet acceptance that I had been gone long before she ever realized it.